Daedric, my man, Maui, it has been so long. How the heck have you been, my friend? I have not seen you. You have not graced my chat in far, far too long, Maui. I really appreciate that you're here. Ooh, bar graphs. Okay, so we are going to get just a little taste. We're going to get just a little taste of beginning to show data. Now, this first bit of bar graphs is just counting again. Okay? We're just taking counting and putting it into a different context. This is not a new idea. All right, but you can see we're in first grade and we're already starting to talk about ways to visualize data, which is super important. Yeah, I get you, Daedric. As I understand it, it's pretty rough out there right now. Okay, so it says here a bar graph. Distance learning is really tough, and I think I should do a stream at some point, maybe in between first and second grade, that is specifically about how to distance learn and how to distance teach, because it's a brand new skill that a lot of people don't have, and I've been distance teaching for years before this. Like, I was using Khan Academy and YouTube to do distance teaching way before COVID happened. So, you know, not to be hipster about it or anything, I do have good advice to share, is my point. So this bar graph shows how many books each friend read, and it says, how many books did Alice read? Now, you have two ways of doing this. Either one is correct. You can either count out the number of rectangles. Yeah? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rectangles there. Or you can just recognize that this is level with the 9 here. And what we're looking at is a very, very simple, very crude XY axis. On the x-axis, which we're not going to talk about to the kids, but on the bottom axis, it's just the names of people. And on the up and down axis, it's how many books did they read. So this is the same thing as saying Chris read 10 books, Geo read 13 books, and Alice read 9 books. This is just a nice visual, easy way so that you can instantly tell who read the most books and by how much and all of that. It's just a convenience. And that's the thing about math that a lot of people seem to have a hard time with. All the things that we do, all the ideas that we come up with, we're doing it to make your life easier, not harder. The reason that we have bar graphs is so that you don't have to do the math of how much more one thing is than another. You can do quick estimations just by looking. Let's see. How many more rubber band bracelets does Carlo have than Jesse? I see 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Or we could say that Carlo has 9, Jesse has 6, 9 minus 6 is 3. Either way, the difference is 3 rubber band bracelets. Man, I remember those. I'm old enough to have had those slap bracelets. They were a huge thing for a while, like huge. The bar graph shows how many of each cookie are in the jar. How many cookies are there in all? So this is going to be an addition problem. I see that there are 6 sugar cookies. I see that there are 4 oatmeal cookies. I see that there are 9 chocolate chip cookies. By the way, oatmeal raisin cookies are delicious and you can fight me over it. So 6 and 4 is 10, and another 9 is 19 total cookies. And I'm actually really glad that people don't like oatmeal raisin cookies, because whenever I used to go to work at a school or something, and there was one of those big boxes of communal cookies, which always had the 4 different kinds, and nobody ate any of the oatmeal raisin cookies, and then I'd get to take them home. Amazing. All right, we have corn dogs. How many corn dogs did Joey eat? Looks to me like Joey ate 7 corn dogs. I know, right? Caca poo poo doo doo, which I managed to just say with a straight face on an educational stream, just mentioned that Joey ate 7 corn dogs, which makes him a mad lad, and I absolutely agree. If you ever want to be absolutely objectively grossed out, check out a hot dog eating competition. They do not mess around. They do not mess around. All right, we have music store selling trumpets, flutes, and drums. This is how many of each was sold. How many more trumpets than flutes? So what I see is I see 11 trumpets. Now, that's not directly labeled, but even if you didn't want to count, we still, at this stage in the game, need to be able to recognize that 11 is between 10 and 12, right? This is first grade. We need to be there at this point. There are 4 flutes, and we do not care about the drums. That is extra information that is just there to kind of throw us off or confuse us, or maybe it's going to be useful in some other way down the line. So I see 15, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm not adding them up. There's 11 and there's 4, so I'm subtracting. It says how many more trumpets are there than flutes? So 11 minus 4 is 7 more trumpets. I almost added instead of subtracting there, which is why it's so important to go back and look at the problem again, read it, and make sure you're actually answering the problem that's asked. I cannot tell you how many times I have personally gotten problems wrong because I solved for something and forgot what it was I was actually trying to answer. So I gave my answer, which was the right answer to the wrong question, basically. All right, so we have some toys. How many toys are there in all? So we're just going to total them all up. 8 sea animals and 3 bubble blowers is 11, and 5 pirate ships is 16 total. We have park, pool, and beach, where the kids are. There are 9 at the park. There are 4 at the pool. There are 6 at the beach. How many are there at the park? 9. And notice the variety of questions that are being asked. Sometimes it's how many is one person, does one person have? Sometimes it's how many do 2 people have? Sometimes you have to compare 2 of them. Sometimes it's how many are there total? And the students are expected to be able to take those words and process what that means. Are they supposed to add? Are they supposed to subtract? Etc. It's important stuff. And it's stuff that will be useful for the rest of their lives. Okay. Oh man, I'm so looking forward to when we start doing time. But we're going to do this quiz first. Let's do it really fast, okay? The desk is shorter than the table. So the desk is going to be short, or it's going to be in the middle. Or the table is going to be in the middle. The table is shorter than the bookshelf. So the tallest one should be on the left. The bookshelf is the tallest. The desk is the shortest. From tallest to shortest, tallest line on the left, done and done. How many fewer art projects did Christian make than Michaela? Well, let's see. Christian made 4, Michaela made 6. So it looks like Christian made 2 fewer. And Alexa is killing it with 9 art projects. How do we measure the big square? Not that way. Yes, that way. Not that way. The big square is 4 small squares tall. The cookie is shorter than 5 blocks. Now, I'm going to be careful on this one because this is my chance to get this point back that I missed last time, right? So the cookie is shorter than 5 blocks. The ice cream cone is taller than 5 blocks, and I like that they mention including the ice cream because you know someone would ask that question. So the cookie must be shorter than the ice cream cone. Now, I'm going to double check. This cookie is shorter than 5 blocks. This ice cream is taller than 5 blocks. The cookie is shorter than the ice cream. Excellent.